when you can't see the path. There are nights when even the stars seem to disappear. Mornings when hope is just a rumor you heard once but can't quite remember. Maybe you're here now, headphones in, eyes searching the darkness, wondering if anyone else in the world feels as lost as you do. If so, let me tell you, you're not alone. You've never been alone, not even in your loneliest hours. And if you stay with me for these next few minutes, I promise you'll see that even when you can't see the path, you are still moving toward light. I want to tell you a story. Not about someone who had it all figured out, but about a guy named Adam, who, like so many of us, woke up one day in a life that didn't look like the one he'd dreamed of. Adam was always the planner, the one with the lists, the timelines, the color-coded future. He grew up believing life would unfold in neat lines: school, career, love, family, happiness. But life, as it tends to do, had other plans. He lost his job. A friendship that was supposed to last forever simply dissolved in silence. Someone he loved chose to walk away without a word. Suddenly, all his maps were useless. The well-lit road he'd imagined ahead was just gone. Days blended into nights. He felt small, invisible, like he'd been left in the woods with no compass, no lantern, no one to call his name. He tried to force his way forward, applying for jobs, sending out messages, making lists again. But the harder he tried, the more lost he felt. One evening, he just stopped. He stopped searching for the old path, stopped demanding answers from the universe, stopped punishing himself for not knowing what to do. He put on his coat and stepped outside. No plan, no destination, just movement. The city was quieter than usual, just the hum of traffic and the glow of distant streetlights. Adam found himself in a park he hadn't visited in years. He sat on a bench and listened to his own heartbeat, to the wind in the trees, to the sound of his own breath. For the first time in months, he didn't ask, "What's next?" He just let himself be exactly where he was, in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of his story, in the middle of being alive. And slowly he realized he didn't need to see the whole path. He only needed to see his next step. So the next morning he made his bed. That was it. The day after he called his grandmother, just to hear a familiar voice. The day after that, he cooked himself breakfast and let the sun warm his face for a few extra minutes. Tiny steps, barely noticeable, but each one a quiet act of hope. Adam's path didn't suddenly reveal itself in a flash of lightning. There was no magical sign, no sudden clarity. But as days turned into weeks, he found himself laughing again. Softly at first, then out loud. He found himself thinking less about what's next and more about what's now. The job came, the new friends arrived, love found him in an unexpected moment. But those were just details. The real change, he learned that you don't have to see the path to move forward. You only have to trust your feet. Trust the small, gentle acts of living, one breath, one call, one sunrise at a time. Maybe you're listening tonight because you feel stuck at a crossroads where every direction looks foggy and frightening. Maybe you're tired of pretending you're okay, tired of waiting for someone to show you the way. If that's you, let Adam's story remind you. You are not lost. You are simply in the middle of becoming someone new. The road will appear, step by step, as you move through the unknown. So don't force yourself to run. Don't punish yourself for not having it all figured out. When you can't see the path, just trust yourself enough to take the next small step. Maybe that means brushing your teeth, or opening a window, or reaching out to a friend. Maybe it's letting yourself rest for one more night, or forgiving yourself for being tired. The journey isn't about always moving forward. Sometimes it's about standing still, listening to your own heart, and letting yourself just be. And one day, almost by accident, you'll look back and see a path has formed behind you, made up of all your little acts of courage, all your tiny moments of hope, all the ways you kept going when you wanted to give up. When you can't see the path, remember this: the light is still shining, even if it's hidden behind clouds. Your future is still unfolding, even if you can't imagine it yet. Breathe, gentle soul. Trust the next step. You are moving forward, even now. And one day, the path you couldn't see will become the story you tell. A story of surviving, growing, and finding your way home. If this helped you breathe easier tonight, subscribe for more stories, more hope, and more reminders that you are never, ever alone. Your path is waiting for you, one gentle step at a time.